If you're like me, you're not trying to just scrape by on a tiny budget abroad. You want a life that feels like an upgrade, even if you're only spending $1,000 a month. The trick is, it's not just about how much money you have, it's about where you are and how far that money goes. So today, I'm counting down the top 3 countries in Asia where $1,000 doesn't feel like just getting by. It feels like you're living well, not flashy, not fake luxury, but real quality of life stuff. And trust me, I've lived in all 3 of these. Let's start with number 3, Malaysia. You don't hear Malaysia mentioned much when it comes to budget living, but that's part of what makes it so good. $1,000 here isn't rock star money, but it puts you in a very comfortable middle class lane, especially in cities like Penang, Ipoh, or even parts of Kuala Lumpur. Apartments, you can rent a clean, modern studio in a high rise with security, a gym, and a pool for around $300 to $400 a month. Sometimes less if you're outside the city centers. And this isn't sketchy, cheap Asia stuff. It's genuinely livable. Food, you'll eat well for $5 to $7 a day if you stick with local options. Malaysian food is wild. Indian, Malay, Chinese, all mixed together. 1 minute, you're having nasi lemak on the street. The next, it's dim sum in a restaurant. The next, it's tandoori at a mama. You won't get bored. Utilities, transportation, and healthcare are also extremely reasonable. Grab rides are everywhere. Buses are modern and clean. And the healthcare, it's legit. Even walk-in appointments feel like private care. But here's the kicker. Malaysia doesn't have the same digital nomad hype or retiree crowd as Thailand or Bali. So prices haven't ballooned in the same way. It flies under the radar, which helps keep it affordable. Downsides, English is widely spoken, but it can still feel a bit anonymous. The nightlife's low-key and it's not as visually exotic as some other countries on this list. But if you're looking for a comfortable, stable, budget-friendly base, Malaysia delivers way above its price point. Let's keep it moving. Vietnam is what I call controlled chaos. It's got the energy, the affordability, and the edge, but it also lets you live surprisingly well on $1,000 a month if you play your cards right. Let's break this down. Rent is the biggest winner here. In cities like Da Nang or even parts of Hanoi, you can score a fully furnished apartment for $250 to $400 a month easy. That's with Wi-Fi, AC, and often weekly cleanings built in. Studios, 1 bedrooms, even small houses if you're quite a bit outside the city center. Food, $2 noodle bowls, $1 iced coffees, $3 banh mi's in a restaurant that puts Subway to shame. If you eat local, you'll genuinely struggle to spend more than $200 to $250 a month on food. And unlike other places, it's fresh and made to order, not mystery meat under a heat lamp. Medical care is excellent if you're in the right place. Major cities have modern hospitals with English-speaking staff. But if you're out in the provinces, don't expect the same standards. Also, Western foods and nightlife. It'll eat into your budget fast. A night out in Saigon with cocktails, burgers, and rooftop bars can feel like LA prices real quick. So it's doable, but the trade-off is you got to stay conscious of how you live. The great part, there's so much flexibility. Want a chill beachside life? Da Nang. Want non-stop action and late night eats? Ho Chi Minh City. Want mountain air and cooler weather? Try Dalat. Bottom line, Vietnam makes $1,000 feel like a 3,000 as long as you're not pretending you're on vacation every single day. And at number 1, I know some of you saw this coming. It is Cambodia. This is where $1,000 doesn't just stretch, it bends the rules entirely. Let's talk real numbers first. You can rent a 1-bed apartment in Siem Reap for $150 to $250, not shared, not a dorm, your own place. Fan or AC, private bathroom, sometimes even with a little courtyard or rooftop access. Food, you'll eat full meals, rice, meat, veggies, soup, $1.50. You can walk into a local cafe, order a coffee and breakfast, and walk out, spending less than $3 total. Utilities, laundry, transportation, all pennies compared to the US. I average $25 to $40 a month for electricity, and that's using AC occasionally. SIM cards and data, $5 a month. A tuk-tuk across town, $1 to $2 to $3, and you don't even need to own a scooter. Now here's where Cambodia really wins. The soft residency situation. Long-term visas are still simple to manage. With the right agent, you can manage to stay on a business or retirement visa for years without much hassle. No constant visa runs, no embassy, no games. Community, it's real here. In Siem Reap especially, expats are tight knit. You'll see familiar faces every day along the river, whether you're working at a cafe, going to the gym, or just grabbing lunch. It feels more like a small town than any expat hotspot I've been to, in a good way. But there are trade-offs. Healthcare, it's okay in Phnom Penh or through private clinics, but it's not Thailand or Malaysia. You want travel insurance or to fly elsewhere. Weather, it's hot, sometimes brutally so. You'll be sweating through your shirt before noon most days, unless you're indoors or you've adapted. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't need fancy, just freedom, calm, and space to build your life, Cambodia gives you that at the price that feels impossible anywhere else. Now here's the thing, no one who really breaks down how cheap these countries are. Living on $1,000 a month isn't about where you are, it's about how you live once you get there. Yes, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia, they give you way more for your money. But if you bring expensive habits with you, the math falls apart really quick. Like, you can absolutely rent a nice place for $200 to $400 in Cambodia, but not if you're in a brand new Western style villa with rooftop views, a gym, and a doorman. That'll chew up your whole budget before you even eat. Same with food. Local meals, cheap, delicious, $1.50 to $3. Western meals, $8 to $12, sometimes even more, and it adds up quick if you're trying to recreate your diet from back home. Then there's the lifestyle piece. If you're eating out every night, drinking regularly, grabbing Ubers instead of walking or biking, and moving cities every couple of weeks, you're not on $1,000 a month lifestyle. You're on a fast track to burnout travel plan disguised as budget living. But if you slow down, pick one city, rent monthly, learn some local phrases, and live like a part-time local, you unlock all the advantages that I talk about. A calmer pace, a stress-free life, and a better standard of living, and actual savings if you do it right. And this isn't about suffering or cutting back. It's about what actually matters to you. For some people, AC is a non-negotiable. For others, it's street food. You don't have to live like a monk, but you do have to be aware of your trade-offs. That's the real story here. This kind of lifestyle is 100% doable, even freeing, but it's not automatic. You don't just land in Asia, flash $1,000, and unlock paradise. It works when you're thoughtful, when you adapt, when you stop trying to live like a local in New York or LA, and instead lean into how people actually live in places like Phnom Penh, Da Nang, or Penang. And if you can do that, then $1,000 doesn't just feel like $3,000, it acts like it too. So there you go. 3 countries where $1,000 doesn't mean struggle. It means options. And remember, this isn't about being cheap. It's about value. Stretching that dollar that you worked so hard for so you can actually live, eat well, sleep well, have peace of mind. Maybe even save a little on the side or build something while you're at it with the extra time. But the key is knowing what you're trading ahead of time. Sometimes it's comfort, sometimes it's convenience. But what you get in return, space, freedom, time. If you're planning on living a budget abroad, these 3 countries are the best places I've found where I could live on $1,000 a month that still gives you a $3,000 a month lifestyle if you play it smart. Traveling soon, I use Saily for eSIMs. Easy setup, solid coverage, and you get 5% off with my link below. No more hunting for SIM cards at every single airport. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.